India, the USA, Great Britain, the Netherlands, Venezuela. People from these and many other countries of the world live with us side by side. They are working, starting families, growing up children and simply enjoying life in Kazakhstan. In our program Connecting Cultures, we share their stories that had occurred before they came to Kazakhstan and after they arrived here. From them, we will learn how the experience of staying in our country has changed their destinies. Our program follows the life of foreigners in our country. This is true stories told by representatives of many nations living and developing in Kazakhstan, and for whom our country has become home. Water is a source of life and energy. One of the main current problems is water resources conservation as well as their appropriate use. The Federal Republic of Germany takes an active part in supporting Central Asian region in seeking solutions for rational water allocation. Quite a significant role in this process is played by our today's heroine, Barbara Janusz-Pawletta.
Yes, what I like about Kazakhstan is, I think, quite obvious, that people are very open-minded and they like learning. They like studying. This is about students. They like receiving new knowledge. And also teachers, what you maybe not would know or think about older people, more senior specialists. They really like getting new knowledge and being in touch with foreigners.
Krakow, one of the most culturally and politically significant cities of Poland, is native for our heroine. The city is rich in historical monuments and its center has been included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. As a very active girl, Barbara was a member of the Scout movement. At that, she always enjoyed schooling. Whereas love for piano playing, that she practiced as a child, had come to her only with age. And now her children perceive the mysteries of playing this musical instrument. Would you say that your childhood was the happiest time for you? And what things is it remarkable by?
It was so long time ago. Yes, it was very happy childhood because I had a full family, mom, dad, I had a brother and sister. We used to have dacha, probably that's why I also like dacha in Kazakhstan so much. We have been going there every week and every weekend and spending in there all the time. But I think every part of life is happy enough. I mean, now I'm not less happy than I was as a child. I think that special part of my childhood was really going to the nature and climbing the trees. I was like a boy because we don't used to have a girl around us. There was only male cousins, I think one maybe girl around, and there were 17 of us, of my grandmother. So there was a big family, and this was the special, I think.
And what were you interested in when you became older?
As I was a student at school, at the beginning, at the primary school, I was always thinking that I will become a medical doctor, as everybody probably, or a lots of people, right? Because it's a very good and nice profession, you can help people. But very quickly, I think I forgot this one, and I don't know why, I wanted to be a lawyer. For whatever reason, because I don't have any lawyers in my family. But from the very beginning, I knew that I'm going to study law. I think I was at least 13 maybe, because I was interested in history. I was participating in some contests in the history, and I was winning this history. I was for a long time active also as a tour guide. I was like a tourist guide in my city, because this is a historical city, very beautiful, and I could and I liked foreigners always, so I spent lots of time with them. So from the very beginning, I knew that it's going to be law, and I knew that it's going to be international law, because I like the other countries, I like the other culture, and I respect them a lot. So I just wanted to learn more about them.
Our heroine's father, who had to go for work-related trips abroad, passed on his daughter's passion for traveling. Thus, while obtaining her higher education in Poland in international law, Barbara had visited quite a few European countries to enhance her professional skills. And love of the culture of the East led her to Russia, where she studied at Lomonosov Moscow State University. And doctorate in jurisprudence was received by the heroine of our program in Germany. Tell us please a little bit about your life before coming to Kazakhstan.
After I've graduated, I have worked in Germany for some time in the research institute, and then I went back to Poland and I again worked in the research institute. I worked in the university teaching, and I worked also at the constitutional court like an assistant of the judge to receive a little bit more of legal praxis. But what I liked more was teaching, because this gives the opportunity to work with young people and to kind of educate them, not just teach them, but to educate them, to show new opportunities, to show new possibilities in their professional and private life, also in the way of some values, what is important in life. So I liked working with people and in the scientific field as well. But yes, it was of course the most important issue in the personal life to get married and to have the children. It was the first most challenging, I would think, because my husband sometimes say that having, I mean, diploma, bachelor, master, so like first child is a bachelor, second child is master, third child is PhD, so I'm basically professor now because I have 4 boys, and 2 of them were born already during the time as we used to live in Kazakhstan. So I would say they are half Kazakh.
The heroine of our program got familiar with Kazakhstan when she was a university student, studying issues related to the Caspian Sea. And in 2004, Barbara came to our country to gather material for her research work.
I came to Astana for a conference, and then the second conference was supposed to be in Almaty. So I came to Astana and I saw Bayterek, and there was nothing around. But now when I go to Astana and when I get up to Bayterek, again, I'm so amazed that so much could happen within 10 years. It was a bold decision of myself, my husband. He said, okay, I also quit the job in Poland. I'm happy to come to Kazakhstan to learn something new about the world. And we were coming here with 2 small kids. They were 2 and 3 years old, so we didn't know much about living in Kazakhstan. But I think that this drive to see and live in a new culture was very strong in us. And we have been expecting to have a lot of good experiences.
Do your impressions about Kazakhstan differ from your expectations? If so, what are the differences?
Of course, when you don't live in the country, you don't know that much. You know something maybe from the news or from the general knowledge of the society. For example, that Kazakhstan is a very cold country. And I remember that I came here for the first time. It was in April. I was studying in Berlin, and I was looking there for very thick winter shoes. And I couldn't find it anywhere because in Germany the winter is very short. So I found the only one which was even too big, and I came to Kazakhstan and I saw it's like 30 degrees. So I didn't have any proper shoes. The weather is very nice. You have nice winter, what you don't have in Europe. You can ski, you can have fun with kids playing with the snow. And you have spring and autumn. I mean, if it's winter, it's winter. If it's summer, it's summer. Not like in Europe that you don't know, what kind of season it's now. I think I didn't expect it too much. In the sense, I was just sure that everything is going to be okay, right? I was, for example, a little bit afraid about the medical system because you never know how is it in a different country when you go there. And I had the small children with me, but it turned to be very okay.
What things have impressed you most of all while you have been living here?
I think that I was impressed really by the society in terms of the big families, right? That people are very open towards kids and towards family life, which is not the case anymore, or not that strongly in Europe anymore, right? So I'm also very much impressed by the open approach of people towards foreigners. That foreigners are really welcome. I think it's just a part of your culture. And I was also shocked that the kids are so, how should I say, good in Kazakhstan. When you take my child, they would walk around everywhere and you could not stop them. And Kazakh children, they are behaving very, very well. So I think that there is a kind of secret which I not always know to understand how is it. And yeah, I think that it's also a very big challenge to balance between the freedom of the children and a good education, right? And kindergarten, we are in the local kindergarten. My children have introduced a new language into the family. It gives us the opportunity to use the many languages in the family, right? So in our case, it's 4 languages. Kazakh will be my 5th one. I still need time to improve.
In 2007, the federal government of Germany initiated a partnership between the European Union and the Central Asian states. One of the essential aspects of this partnership is cooperation in the field of water resources utilization and protection. This is facilitated by the Master's Program in Integrated Water Management in Central Asia that was established at the German Kazakh University in Almaty. Barbara Janusz-Pawletta was assigned to set up the program.
What I do is, first of all, I'm teaching. I'm a lawyer by training, and I'm teaching international law, especially the transboundary water relations in Central Asia, and also environmental law, resources law. I'm teaching at the master level and at the bachelor level. I'm also a head of the Institute of Natural Resources. So we are organizing a number of different events, scientific events, conferences, trainings for teachers, for students, summer schools. In Kazakhstan there is a number of universities. All of them are creating quite an interesting mix of exchange of knowledge, local one and international. Because it's not only that we are coming with some knowledge to Kazakhstan, but we are learning also in Kazakhstan, and out of this exchange we can make some new scientific products, if I may say so.
Do you have any ideas concerning education in Kazakhstan that you would like to realize?
I think that the biggest positive influence which we could bring is the development of understanding that universities should be devoted to scientific research as well, not only to teaching, but also to scientific research, because it's very important for teachers themselves that they have the opportunity and possibility to develop themselves as researchers, because through this they gain new knowledge, which is very important again for the students, because the students also want to have teachers who are developed and progressed, right? Academic teachers who know really well what they are talking about, not what they have studied 5 or 10 or 50 years ago, but also the up-to-date knowledge. And secondly, I think it's also very important to understand that education and science, they both should be directed towards applicable outcomes. That the universities, they should exactly know what kind of new knowledge and new products, scientific products, are requested by the governmental policies or by the business, which are really able to answer to the current needs. For this reason, we also try to organize some platforms like what we call Kazakh Water Forum. So we are trying to bring together partners from science, from education, from business and from decision makers.
Are you going to bring any changes into your further life, and how do you see your future?
So I hope that at least for 1 more year I will be staying here, working at the German Kazakh University. And I don't know about next, because I would be happy to stay in Kazakhstan for some time longer, because this country is really interesting in the way that it's offering lots of opportunities to develop, to self-development and to develop this what we are doing. So this is always very positive when you see the outcome of your work.
You seem to me a cheerful person. What makes you stay positive?
You know, I think if you are not positive, you would die, first of all. So you have to be positive about everything. The second secret is probably the family, because it's at the one side it is maybe more tiring to have small kids at home and be all the time busy and not having spare time at all. I don't remember to have spare time. But at the same time, that keeps me balanced, right? That I'm not falling only into the work, but also having something which is much more worth to live for.
cross-cultural communication, exchange of experience and mutual support, to maintenance of which efforts of Kazakhstan and Germany are directed, give hope for bright future.